Hey everyone! I am going to introduce you to patent research. I'm going to try to keep it quick and just give you a walkthrough of one method for searching patents. The other video, which you can find linked next to this one on the library website, goes a little bit more in depth in exactly what are patents, what do they look like online, how do you research them. This is more specifically just to kind of help you kind of get started if you already have a general understanding of patents. So I'm going to share my screen and let's talk about researching patents for Mr. Stauffer's class. So the very first step to researching your patents is that you need to create, you can see I did it in the yellow over here on the right, you need to create a vocabulary list, a keyword list. The reason this is important is because patents are actually a little bit tricky to research online because they don't always label them with the names we assume that they'll be labeled with. For instance, nowhere on the patent for the Nintendo Switch does it actually say the words Nintendo Switch. They don't really name it in the patent, they just describe it. So that would be described as a video game system instead. So the first thing to do to help you get started is to research your item a little bit and come up with some keywords. So I did this for the Kickstart Moneymaker Deep Lift Pump, which is an irrigation pump. So over on the right, I typed in some of my keywords after researching this item a little bit. The Kickstart International is the name of the company. The Moneymaker Deep Lift Pump is kind of what they call this item. I also found out that Aprotech is what the company used to be called, so I'm going to put that on my keyword list. And I found the names of the people who founded the company, so I'm going to put them on my keyword list. Then I researched the pump a little bit, and I kind of grabbed all of these key terms off of it. They talked about it being a manual pump, it having pistons, it being a deep well pump, being a treadle pump. They kind of, these different words were used when they were describing it. So I'm just going to put them all in case it helps. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find this patent for this. So I'm going to go to Google Patent, which is really probably the best site for looking at patents for a beginner researcher. The United States Patent and Trademark Office has the very best website, but it is a little bit more difficult to use. So Google Patent is actually a little bit on the more like student-friendly version. So I'm going to click on the Google Patent link and open that. So Google Patent, and so let's see, I'm going to look at my keywords and I'll show you why this doesn't always work the way you think. So this is called the Moneymaker Deep Lift Pump. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it in to, Deep Lift Pump. I'm going to put that in here and click enter. And I'm going to notice that the green lettering here, none of the companies here are called Kickstart or Aprotech. So these are probably not the patents I'm looking for. But this one does say water pump for use in irrigation. So it could be what I'm looking for, even though, again, the names here don't match any of my keywords. So it's unlikely. And again, that's because patents rarely ever have the words in them that we think they will have. So when I click on this, you can see it highlighted my key term. So I'm going to pump. Obviously, that key term is going to be used in a lot of patents. This is not, what I'm looking for. I'm going to go down here and see what they say about this moneymaker. So it says, so this is a patent from this company, so Juice Brender, and they are talking about the moneymaker, which is manufactured by Kickstart Technologies. Ooh, that is my item, but this is not the patent for that item. This patent is just mentioning my item. It's actually talking about how it's the moneymaker, they're saying, is worse than their pump because their pump does this other thing better than the moneymaker does. So it's actually just comparing itself to the item I want. So this patent is not helpful to me. It's not my patent. So the other way that I can try to find what I'm looking for is I can go to Google and I can say, what is the patent number for the Moneymaker Deep Lift Pump, and see if that comes up. And I see the first one that comes up is this patent here, and it says it's a single cylinder treadle pump. And I remember from my keywords that treadle pump was one of my keywords. So I'm going to click on that and see if this is my patent. So when I click on this, I go over to the side and I look at the inventors and the current assignee to see if any of those names match my company names. And Unfortunately, no. This is a company called Brooklyn Bridge to Cambodia. It is not Kickstart International, so this is probably not my patent. And again, if I why this came up in the Google search, you could see again, this patent is just talking about the moneymaker, but it is not the patent for the moneymaker. One such pump, the moneymaker, has been developed by an organization, Kickstart International. However, this device fails to solve challenges faced by Cambodian farmers. So again, they're just talking about my pump. This is not the patent for my pump. Okay, so my first couple keywords didn't work. So I'm going to go back to my keyword list and think of what other ones I can do. Maybe I'll just try searching Kickstart International this time. Let me go into the search term and try that. And let's see, I'm looking in the green letters here, and I'm going to see if any of my keywords. Okay, that's not any of my keywords. Neither is that. I'm going to keep going down, and I'm just not seeing anything for my keywords. So I'm going to try to add another keyword up here. I'm going to just go simple, and I'm going to do Kickstart International and pump. Okay. And now I'm going to look through my keywords, and again, I'm looking to see if any of my keywords get matched here. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing it. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. See the green letters here? So it says in blue, human-powered irrigation pump. Ooh, that sounds like what I'm looking for. And even though the name of this guy doesn't look familiar, this name does look familiar. Kickstart International. That's my company. So I'm going to click on this and see if it's my patent. All right, so here's the patent, and I'll click on the image, and you can see here it is. Human-powered pump assembly includes a frame and a treadle pivot attached to the frame. So this looks like it is the patent I was looking for. You can see that it's owned by Kickstart International, and if you scroll down, you can read the description of it, and you can see exactly what they patented. And then if you go all the way to the bottom, you will see that it has patent citations, and this is where they're referring to other patents that relate to them in some way. This is a great way of jumping to other, if you're kind of close to what the patent you wanted but not quite there, you can often go and check the patent citations section to find the one you're actually looking for. So you can see from this process that it is very much not like a simple A to Z process. It is a little bit of jumping around and trying new keywords and really trying different search strategies to find the patent that you want. So as always, if you have questions, you let me know. I hope you have fun researching patents. Even though getting to the patent you want can take a little bit of time, it actually is really cool when you find them because you can see exactly what they patented, and you can see them kind of throw shade at other patents because they're trying to compare against them. So it's kind of a fascinating research process, actually. And if you ever invent something, make sure that you get research help from patent attorneys so that you can make sure you protect your intellectual property as well. Happy researching, students. Bye-bye.